time is now 5:53 on this Tuesday morning, and here's what you need to know before you go. The Rockridge School Board made many cuts last night, from staffing to programs, in an effort to balance the budget. According to school board members, the district needs to make $2.8 million in cuts. Last night, many students, parents, teachers, and coaching staff came out to speak about the importance of keeping those jobs. In the end, cuts included 20 paraprofessionals, 2 media aides, 1 high school dean and principal, advertising costs, the tech department, and areas of transportation and snow removal. One of the biggest debates was eliminating the junior high sports program altogether, which would eliminate about 30 coaches. The board was divided on that, so they approved giving the coaches the task of cutting $125,000 to its sporting program. And the board voted down moving the 7th and 8th grade sports to community education. For more on the Rockridge budget cuts and to view the public board meeting, head to our website at northernnewsnow.com. We now know the name of the man who died in a weekend motorcycle crash on the range. 46-year-old Sean Haig of Chisholm died in the crash. It happened Saturday on Highway 5 just east of Hibbing. According to the St. Louis County Sheriff's Office, the motorcycle failed to take a turn and ended up in a ditch. Haig was thrown from the bike and died at the scene. Investigators believe speed and alcohol may have contributed to the crash. An investigation is ongoing. Superior School District teachers are about to get a pay raise. During a meeting last night, the Superior School Board approved a 2% raise for teachers starting next school year. We're told administrators studied the district's budget, met with teachers, and considered several factors. The Superior Federation of Teachers also ratified that recommendation last month. And today is the final day to file your taxes. April 15th marks the deadline to file your state and federal taxes of 2024. According to the IRS, your return is considered on time if your envelope is properly addressed, postmarked, and deposited in the mail by today. You have until 11:59 tonight to file your return. If you need an extension, there are ways to request one on the IRS's website. Before you head out the door this morning, here's a live look on the I-35 bridge in Duluth. Starting today, phase 2 of the construction project will be underway. This project will resurface the bridge deck and replace joints on I-35 between Mesaba Avenue and 5th Avenue West. Traffic will be reduced to single lanes. Construction will also include ramps. On and off ramps from I-35 to 5th Avenue West will be closed. Drivers are asked to follow detour signs. The construction project is expected to last through mid-August, and you can find all these details on our website.